Hello, everybody. Welcome to Eagle Chat. My name is Jana Weiss. I'm the Student Life Coordinator for Global Online, and we are excited to have Amanda Guerrero, who's the Director and oversees the tutoring area, and she's going to talk to us about how does tutoring work and how to set an appointment or go and talk to a tutor today or later on. So please welcome Amanda. Amanda, thank you.
Hi, you guys are so welcome. I'm very excited to be here with you today, and I just want to thank the students who were able to make it. One of the most important things that you can do as a student is understand and know all the resources that are available to you and how to access them. So today we're going to be talking about tutoring. I'm going to actually share my screen. All right, so basically, let's talk about tutoring and how to schedule an appointment. At HCC, we have three options for tutoring for our students. Option one is to meet with a tutor virtually, and you would do so similarly as to how you're meeting with us here through Microsoft Teams. We've tried to make this very easy for our students to get connected to a tutor. And so right now, I'll ask that you pull out your cell phones and let's go ahead and program this telephone number into your phone and label it Tutoring HCC. It's 713-718-8184. That number is going to be all over this presentation because that is the most important thing that you're going to need to walk away with so that you'll have our contact information at your fingertips. I say that because when you do need help, you're not going to want to go scrolling through a website to try to find us. You're not going to want to go through all these different papers to find a flyer. You'll have us right there on your cell phone. So again, 713-718-8184. And our tutors are available to meet with you virtually and in person, Monday through Thursday from 8 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now we currently don't have Sunday hours, but we have opened it up to working a little bit later. So if there are individuals who have different work schedules, that we can work with you on that. Now, option two, to receive in-person tutoring, you'll still call that same telephone number to schedule an appointment. But we also have tutors available in almost all subjects, and you can see what the tutoring schedules look like through that Find a Tutor link if you want to. But it can be confusing if you're not being guided through how to use that site. So it's really just easiest to call that number and let our lab assistants ask you a few questions. They're going to want to know your name and W number. They're going to want to know because they're going to invite you to the meeting through either Microsoft Teams or they're going to send you an email and they need that information to do so. They're going to ask what subjects you're needing tutoring in and specifically what type of help you're looking for. They might also ask you for your telephone number so that if your appointment time starts and you might not be there on time, we can give you a buzz and find out what's going on and just kind of improve our communication. So in-person tutoring occurs in our academic success centers, and we have, I want to say 15 physical academic success centers. So almost at every major college and even at our smaller locations where we might have a digital access center, we often have tutors available to help you there as well. When I say every subject we offer tutoring for, it's most all subjects. I will say there are certain courses, especially like ones that are in healthcare or manufacturing, logistics, or fashion design, things like that, where there's specialized equipment that is typically needed for tutoring sessions. And those tutoring sessions will take place in labs that have that equipment. So our lab assistants who help you schedule those appointments know, and where to go is always going to be listed on your Outlook invite for that tutoring session. Now there is a third option for tutoring, and that is asynchronous, meaning you're not going to be live with a person, but you can submit your questions or your papers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and that's through Upswing. Upswing is not managed by myself. It's managed through our online college, but the website to get to Upswing, and there's a really helpful video for you to watch on their site on how it all works. It's hccs.upswing.io. if you did find our website, hccs.edu/tutoring, there is a link on our tutoring website to get to Upswing as well. So to use Upswing, you'll go to that website, upswing.io, and then use your Eagle ID or your W number as your username, and then your HCC student email as your password to get in to Upswing. And the gentleman who oversees Upswing is Alex Kanakis, and his contact information is provided here on this slide. It's alex.kanakis@hccs.edu. So again, that's if you want to upload your assignment, your paper, your questions, and then you wait for a response to get back to you. This is not a great option if you're kind of waiting till the last. We actually don't advise you wait till the last minute for any assignment, but typically they take about a day to 2 days to get back to you regarding your questions, or if you're wanting them to look over your paper and offer suggestions on how to improve your writing, they'll do that as well. Keep in mind, our writing tutors are able to help with anything that's written. So you might be taking, say, a chemistry course and you have a lab report that you need to do, but you want an English or writing tutor to look over your grammar or your how you wrote it, whatever have you. Even though it's not a chemistry tutor, you can have a writing tutor look over that assignment. That's just an example. Our writing tutors help with anything that's written. So again, option 1, meet with a tutor virtually. The tutoring call center representative will ask for your name, W number, subject, course, professor's name, your telephone number, and what you need help with. The more information you can provide them, the better for you, because then the tutor has the ability to be better prepared for your sessions. Now, when you do come for tutoring, it is important that you come with your syllabus, your homework assignment, the assignment prompt, your textbook. These are some things that you're going to want to bring to that session, and a list of whatever questions that you have. That's important too, to make the most out of your tutoring session. Our tutoring sessions last anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. Sometimes they're shorter if it's like in a math area and you just need help with a certain formula, for example, that you just can't quite get. It doesn't always take a full 30 minutes, but we do schedule them for 30 minutes to an hour. You will want to make sure that you are checking your HCC email daily. I can't stress that enough. So many of our students rely on their own personal email addresses. If you can add your HCC email to your smartphone as an additional email source, that is a great idea. You need to be in there checking things daily, or you'll miss important information. Important information not just from tutoring, but from your professors, and when registration for the upcoming semester is going to be. If you have lingering items with your advisors, they're only going to use your HCC email. So if you're not already checking your HCC email daily, that needs to start like immediately. Now, if you do have any issues with anything technical related, here's the telephone number for tech support, 713-718-8800. And just to let you know, you can book your tutoring sessions up to 3 days in advance. I think we actually switched that to 5 days, so up to 5 days in advance. Now I need to update the slide. In-person tutoring. So if you did go to the hccs.edu, find a tutor site, you can search by subject or college. You would want to make sure that you select I want real-time tutoring, and it'll take you to this page. I can give you a brief walkthrough on that in a minute if you guys would like. So one of the biggest things that will come my direction is if a student doesn't understand what a tutor can and cannot do. Sometimes students believe that the tutor should edit their assignment or should help them get through every aspect of their homework assignment or whatever have you. And so the discrepancy between what the tutors are permitted to do versus what the student wants them to do, when those things don't match, that's typically when complaints come my direction. So we try our best to put this in the meeting invite that we send to you, and we have it posted on our website, but I also like to go over this with the students. So our English and content tutors can make notes and comments throughout your paper to help you know what needs to be improved upon or corrected. and then also how to make those necessary changes. They will ask you questions to think through your ideas. So don't get frustrated with them when they ask you questions that help you get to a solution. It's called the Socratic method, and this is very common in education and in tutoring in general, is for us to help you get to the answers that way. Our content and English tutors will explain concepts that you might find confusing. They might provide you with helpful resources based on what your needs are, and then assist with understanding things like test reviews and study guides. And sometimes it's even just understanding what the assignment is requiring from you, the assignment prompts. So that's kind of in a nutshell what they do. And what they cannot do is they're not permitted to grade your work. They're not permitted to correct your work. They're not permitted to edit your work, do your work, or tell you what to write. Again, our goal, our belief is that the person doing is the person learning. So the person doing should always be the student, and the tutor is there to support you. The math and science tutors, what they can do, they can help you see where you became lost on a problem. They can explain the concepts which they that you either disclose that you're confused with, or that they can clearly see that you're confused with. They're very good at that. They can solve similar types of problems as to what you might have on a homework assignment. They do something called show, tell, do, review, where they'll show you a similar type of problem, and then they'll talk about their steps and what they did, and then you've got to turn around and do the same thing with a different type of problem that's similar, and then you guys review it to make sure that you understood it. But our math and science tutors also will help with understanding test reviews, study guides, assignment prompts, same thing as the other the non-STEM tutors. But what our math and science tutors don't do, they also don't grade your work. They will not solve your problems for you. They will not introduce new material. All of our staff are very well versed with the lockdown browser, which is necessary for all tests and quizzes. They cannot help you with tests or quizzes. Basically, the items that are submitted from you that are graded has to be your work, cannot be the tutor's work. Here are all of our locations. You can see there's quite a lot. All of our locations will have that same telephone number listed because it goes to our call center, which our call center fields all tutoring inquiries and schedules appointments for students. Some of our locations will have a separate number posted like on the Find a Tutor site, but that's just to get to the person at the front desk there at those locations. But if you have a lab assistant who's working, say, at West Loop, and they answer the phone and you need an appointment, say, at A-Leaf Hayes, they'll schedule it for you. They have access to all of the tutoring schedules. This is our general flyer that we usually provide students. That Scan Me code will get you to the Find a Tutor link, which I'll show you. I'll show you really quickly how you can access that, and that was pretty much the end of my presentation today. But if you're on let's see here, let me exit out of this here, let me go to a new one. If you are on our website, you go hccs.edu and you want to find tutoring, you can always type in tutoring here, and usually it's the very first one. Here's our main website. If you want to check all the workshops that we have to offer are provided here, a link here. Our locations, the schedules are where I was guiding you to the Find a Tutor link. You would say, I want real-time tutoring, click here to look at the schedules. And let's just say, for example, you are at the Northwest College somewhere and you want English tutoring. You could type in English, you can type in ENGL, you could do all kinds of things like that, and it'll pull up all the schedules for you that are located at the Northwest College. So we offer, for example, A-Leaf Bissonnette at the main building, A-Leaf Hayes, Katy, and Spring Branch. English and writing, and then we also provide the room number for you and then the dates and times. So at A-Leaf Hayes, we have writing tutoring or English tutoring available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. either at 8 in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, and then Friday 9 to 4, and then Saturday 9 to 3. These are the dates. We started tutoring just 2 days ago, and we'll continue to tutor until December 11th. The manager for the Northwest College is Mr. Patrick Teo, and the telephone number to schedule an appointment is provided here. Same number I gave you before. Now, if you want to see all the tutoring in a particular area and you don't want to search by college, let's say you want to look at math. This is all of our colleges. You can sort by college. You could sort by campus if you wish to do that. And you'll be able to see like all of the math tutoring that we have to offer. We try to put in the subject area like the specifics, because each math tutor may cover different courses or different levels of mathematics. But at the very bottom, you will see, and you can see this is actually page 1 of 3. You can see that down here below. So if you keep going, you'll see more. And then the very end. So if you see like here, our virtual support for math, for business and finite math, here are the hours that you can virtually meet with the math tutor. Basic math to Cal 1, basic math to Cal 2, basic math to Cal 3, basic math to college algebra, basic math up to differential equations. That's not a common one that we get people requesting, but it is a difficult course. We have it all provided here for you. You don't have to know this if you know the telephone number, and you just call that number and we can help guide you from there. We try to make it very easy for you. So with all of that being said, I know I spoke a lot today. I'd like to go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have a question, just please feel free to go ahead and unmute yourself and we can go from there. You can also pop it in the chat. I'll open up the chat so we can see what we're going on. Oh, thanks, Jenna. You put some additional information here. Okay. Well, we went through this in record time, and it looks like there are a couple of questions that are popping up in the chat, so I'll go ahead and answer that. Delora, tutoring, it's not only by homework assignment. Like, we have helped students who are preparing to take, say, like the TSI assessment, but we don't provide tutoring without some form of content or coursework that we can be providing the tutoring for. So getting tutoring before the semester starts, no, we really need you to be in class so we know which class, what the syllabus is, what the assignments are entailing, things of that nature. We need access to the syllabus and the course books and whatever it is that's connecting you. So we do need you to wait until the semester begins before we can tutor in that particular subject. We are here for your success and for your help, and just the fact that you're attending this workshop says a lot about your commitment to your own success. So we're excited that you've chosen Houston City College to pursue your educational journey, and just let my team and I know if there's anything that you need. We do our best to help you the best that we can. Again, 713-718-8184. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming, everybody. I hope you learned a lot at this. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.